Hi everyone. So today I have bought the second design pattern, observer design pattern. So observer design pattern is kind of used where a certain event happens and there are many other observers who are observing that event, and these observers will take some action on the basis of the event occurrence. So I'll tell you some examples of that. Let's say when you go to shop on Blinkit and you say and the stock is finished and you click notify me, so you'll get notification when that particular item is back, right? Similarly, in stock market app in Zerodha, we place order, like we put that you sell this stock when the price reaches this. So whenever that price is hit, your stocks are sold. Similarly, weather app, so I have written that Zerodha example here. So if you have set the threshold limit, your stocks will be automatically sold. A practical example would be a traffic light. So let's say traffic light becomes the traffic light for vehicles become red, then the pedestrian light, the light which is followed by the people who are walking around, becomes green. So it is opposite, isn't it? Whenever this light became red, the pedestrian light became green. When the pedestrian line became red, the vehicle light became green, because they are they are behaving separately. So one is the observer and another is observable. So let's say the vehicle one is observable and the pedestrian one is observer will take action, and observable is basically checked on. Observable will basically do some event and observers will check them. There can be multiple observers observing a single observable. So this is the design for the same. I'll tell you where to use and all, but I'll just try to explain it first. So let's say there is one interface called observable interface. So in this interface, this is the class which will be changing, which will be having some event changes, or so it will have these methods: add, remove, notify, set data, get data. And this interface is implemented by another observable called gold price observable, and this is a relationship because extends also, like implements is also is a relationship. So this is the system design of a system where there is a observable class gold price observable. Whenever the gold price is changing, it is notifying all the observers. And then there are two observers, one is mutual fund observer, another is liquid stock observer. This mutual fund observer will kind of send the alerts that your gold price is this if you want to buy. And liquid stock observer is something that we talked at the bottom. If the current price is less than threshold, to place the orders. So let's say if a person wants to buy gold at 1,40,000, so he might have set that in his liquid stock application. So whenever it reached 1,40,000, he placed the order of buying, something like that. This is the interface and this is being implemented, and this gold price observable will have a list of all the observers, because there can be multiple, right? There is a one to many relationship. So one observable class can have multiple observers. So this is the list and this is the price. So whenever a add event is fired, list will add the observer. So this is to add the observers for this observable class, this is to remove the observer from our observable class. This will notify all the observers about the changes happening. So it will iterate through all the observers that it has, and it will fire the update event, which is here. And then here these are the getter and setters, which will basically update the price whenever the gold price is updated or whatever happens, and this get data will kind of return that price. Now let's explore this observer interface. This will basically have only one method, which is update method, and this is extended by two observers. Any interface can be extended by any number of classes, right? So yeah, these are concrete classes, and there is also is a relationship. So here we have used has a relationship because this observer, I want to send this observable in constructor. Similar to the strategy pattern, we will do the constructor injection here. And inside this update, we will get we will use this get data thing. So whenever this class will notify and call this dot update, this dot update will come here and it will get the data and send alerts. Similarly here in this also I have done the injection of this one. So here also whenever the update happens, it will get the price using that get data method, because it will be called here because notify function will run. and from there, if the current price is less than threshold, it will place orders or it will do whatever it can. So we have implemented a has a relationship here, because otherwise inside this update method we will have to send the observable object so that it can take out this, it can access this function, right? So to avoid that, we have used this a constructor injection thing. But without this also, if there are multiple observables for observers, like one observer can also take data from multiple observables, right? So in that case, we can we in this update we can like expect the object of the observable, and here we can keep a check of like what observable is this coming from, and according to that we can take action, right? We'll explore the code of the same. So here I have created, this is my observable interface with all the methods that we show, and similarly this is observer interface. So this observable interface is implemented by one observable class where I have maintained observers list, and there is a add where I am adding, this is a remove where I am removing the observers. Here I am trying to iterate over this list and then update, like calling the update methods of all the observers that we have. And here I am setting the price whenever this set price happens, and I am notifying all the observers. So in this notification, this update function is being called in loop for all the observers, and this get price is kind of returning this. These are getter and setters. And inside, like from here, inside this I have created two observers. One is this mutual fund observer, and in this mutual fund observer thing, I am taking that observable as a constructor injection, and here I am assigning the observable to this thing, and then I am taking user ID and threshold values also. And inside this update function, if the price is greater than threshold, mutual fund bought with price this for this particular user ID. And similarly here, if there are multiple instances, we can take the observable object here and the name of that observable or whatever identifier, and we can check what is the name of the observable or whose instance this is, to identify which observable class is calling, and then do the business logic accordingly. But since here we are having one to many relationship among observable is to observer, so we can follow this. This is pretty like this is used much in production, you can follow this one. And this in this liquid fund observer also I am taking the observable, and I am assigning that object, and then according to that I am checking the, I am doing the get price, and from that get price, if the price is greater than threshold, I am doing liquid fund bought with price this for user ID this. Also I can do some private functions, right? There can be a private function pending process pending orders, where like if a certain price is hit, some order will like process, maybe it is sell order, maybe it is buy order or whatever. There can be other logics as well. This is just a skeleton. And in our client code, what we have done, we have created that observable class, and that observable class we have passed into two observers, liquid fund observer and mutual fund observer, and also in that I am passing the user ID and I am passing the threshold values, and then I am adding these observers here, and I am setting this price. So whenever, let's say in this 1000, if the threshold price is 500, it will go and it will print that liquid fund bought at price 500 for this user one. Similarly for this 1000 also, since inside this mutual fund observer it is like greater than or equal to, so it will, since it is equal, it will again hit and it will print that liquid fund, it will print that mutual fund bought at price 1000 for user 2. And after that, if you do like if you kind of send that if you kind of send 2000, and maybe it might or it might not run. I mean, if you tweak the threshold value and again if you set price, the notification might come and might not come. So yeah, this is how we use it. And if you have more question, you can post it out in comments. I'll be more than happy to help you out. Okay, do follow this series, do like, subscribe and share, and I'll be posting other design patterns soon. Thank you.